Welcome to Icons of Music. This week we're going to feature a guy called Declan Patrick McManus. In other words, Mr. Elvis Costello. Okay, this week we're featuring Mr. Elvis Costello. As I said before, he was born Declan Patrick McManus, and he's also got quite a few different nicknames, like DP Costello, the Imposter, Little Hands on Concrete, Napoleon Dynamite, Howard Coward, and McManus. Elvis Costello was born actually in Paddington in London, and the genres were new wave, punk and pub rock. But in his later years, he sang with people like Burt Bacharach because he has got a pretty good voice, actually. Anyway, he's also played with quite a few groups and quite a lot of people. The first band was The Attractions. He's played with The Imposters, Diana Krall, Burt Bacharach, Bronski, Nick Lowe, Madness, The Strokes, The Specials, Squeeze, Paul McCartney, The Roots, The New Basement Taps, and Dave Edmunds. So this could be a very interesting show because on the Icons of Music we not only play the featured artist, but we sometimes play artists that are associated with them. So we could be listening to some music from Burt Bacharach, Nick Lowe, Madness, etc. So sit back and enjoy Elvis Costello. This is called Veronica. Elvis started his career in the pub rock scene in the early 1970s in London. He was working with The Attractions. Costello and The Attractions toured for about a decade, but they had differences and the band split by about 1986. Costello since then has worked alone, but he has collaborated with quite a few other icons, I suppose, of music, and we will include some of those tonight. This is a song called God's Comic. Listen to the words. From listening to that song, I think he probably came from Catholic descent. In fact, I'm sure of it. Actually, I do know that he comes from a Catholic background because I knew his father, Ross. He went to a Catholic school anyway down in Twickenham, and they didn't stay in Twickenham, London area very long. The family moved to Liverpool, which is why I know his father, because I worked with his father in lots of clubs through my club years. His father was a good singer, but he started life out as a jazz trumpeter with the Joe Loss Orchestra. Costello's first broadcast recording with his father was actually televised, it was televised quite a lot actually, because they actually recorded "Oh, White's Lemonade." Do you remember that advert? Well, that was the Costellos between them, the secret lemonade drinkers. This is Elvis Costello singing a Burt Bacharach song. He's got a good voice as Elvis, and Burt is trying to say that it's a hard song to sing.
Every time I sing, it's like any of these songs are going to be a real challenge to sing. Very, they're demanding.
So
they're
there we have it,
vocally,
Costello singing with Burt Bacharach there. I said he had a good voice, didn't I? Certainly had. Now, Costello has been married 3 times. The first time in 1974 to Mary Burgoyne, with whom he had a son, Matthew. Towards the end of his first marriage, Costello became embroiled in an on-off romance with Bibi Boulay. Now, this is one for Graham Harfleet, because Bibi Boulay was the girlfriend of Todd Rundgren. Yeah. Do you know, Graham, that's a very, very hard name to say. Not Todd, the Rundgren. And you want me to do a programme on him? Okay, it's coming up soon. That was a request from Graham Harfleet to do a special, an Icons of Music on Todd, because he's a very prolific singer-songwriter. Anyway, from then, he was actually married eventually to Diana Krall in May 2003. And after several affairs, they got married, and they were married at Elton John's house on the 6th of December that year. Now, Elvis has been working with an American singer called Fiona Apple, and he's introducing her.
We've got a special guest now going to come out and help us with a couple of songs. Will you please welcome to the stage Fiona Apple?
And the song is called Shabby Doll. Okay, I'm just trying to find out a little bit more information about this singer, Fiona Apple. She's American, born in New York, classically trained, and she's a Grammy Award winner, aren't they all? And she was voted the best female vocal performer for the single Criminal in 1999. She's the daughter of singer Diana McPhee. Okay, I'm just trying to find out a little bit more information about this singer, Fiona Apple. She's American, born in New York, classically trained. Hello, I'm Norman J, and this is a new series called Icons of Music. Icons of Music. And this week we're doing Elvis Costello. Sit back and relax. This is a nice little song. Elvis Costello with Chet Baker. I hope Howard's listening. It's a great song for you, this, Howard. Or a great tune for your show. As I say, he's a very versatile vocalist, isn't he? In the 1980s, the style changed from the aggressive punk rock style they had been producing. And there was a new single that came out about this time. The single, I Can't Stand Up for Falling Down, was an old Sam and Dave song. And we're going to play it for you right now. So that was Elvis Costello in the early 80s, and it was just after the punk era, and he had to change. Every artist changes as they develop and get more confident with themselves, and you have to change with the times. That was with the Attractions, and we're going to do another one from the same period of time with the Attractions now. This is called Radio Radio. You can still feel the vibes of the punk there, can't you? You certainly can. During the 80s, 1983 onwards, he was recording under a pseudonym. We mentioned it before. The pseudonym was The Imposter. Costello released Pills and Soap, an attack on the changes in British society, Thatcherism, if you remember, Margaret Thatcher. In 1983, the UK general election was the theme. You know, that was what it was all about. A hit song for him about this time was I Could Write a Book. In 1985, Costello appeared in the Live Aid concert, and he sang a song, All You Need Is Love, as a solo artist. And I'm going to play a song in a minute from that era to finish the show off, but we're just going to go back and we're going to play the song that we just mentioned. Well, Every Day I Write a Book. To Icons of Music with me, Norman J, and this week we have done Elvis Costello.
Can you understand me now? Sometimes I feel a little mad. Don't you know that no one alive can...
This was a song that he recorded in the 80s, shortly after he'd done the Live Aid concert. Please Don't Let Me Be Misunderstood.
Oh, Lord,
This is just one in a series of programs called The Icons of Music. We've already done quite a few different icons from America and England, and no doubt we'll pick a few people from around the world before the series is finished. But this week it was Elvis Costello. Next week it could be Todd Rundgren. Oh yes, watch out, Graham. Anyway, we've got to finish, I think, tonight with a song that was quite a big hit for Elvis. It was a Charles Aznavour song, written by Charles Aznavour, a very famous French singer, and it was a song that was released not too long ago, actually, and the song is called She. This is Norman J. This is the Icons of Music. Good night. See you next time. Bye.